I don't know. There's the ones where people are like really pissed off. Sometimes it seems like it's for a good reason, and I don't know. It's always good. Like your school board is a good place to get involved if you've got kids. I mean, like that's probably one of the like the places where you can have the most impact in politics, like with your vote and your
And
voice.
I'll say too, like to kind of defend some of these school board meetings, like people are not civil at all, and it's both
Oh
sides.
no,
They're
people are
just not
assholes.
civil. But yeah, like some of these school board meetings, even though the parents are super angry, are very disrespectful to the process, and I get
Mm-hmm.
that. But I don't think Merrick Garland should have sent out a memo talking about how this is some grand conspiracy concern. Like, are all the school boards going to be taken over like at the stroke of midnight on Trump's birthday? Like, is
Well,
that going to happen?
that
Is that going to happen?
just wait. We may have news on that. So just 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 hold on. Um,
Keep on going.
yeah, yeah, because I mean, yeah, at the stroke of midnight, the pumpkin hatches and Trump ascends to the right hand of God. But this is only after the military tribunal has concluded.
Oh,
Uh,
got it. Oh,
and
that's
this
where I was
military
missing.
tribunal,
Uh huh.
the same military who
Uh-huh.
just but I mean before I really get into this, can I just say how fucking awesome men are? Like we are the absolute best. Uh,
Are
the,
here's a question for you. Are men absolutely blessed at best at blowjobs? Because I haven't done that with a man, but I know you have. Are they better?
they're I mean it's pretty good. So but like just to solidify how fucking awesome men are.
Uh-huh.
Uh it took a man to become the first female four-star admiral
Oh
in the
no!
Navy.
Oh
Yep.
no! I As soon as I saw
Go
that story,
men.
I was like,
Go men.
as soon as I saw that, I was like, I'm gonna just see if he brings it up because fucking the whole go man argument for Matt McKinley is just gonna come flooding in, flooding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't be stopped. We cannot be stopped. We're taking over everything.
Oh my god!
It took a man to make women's Olympic powerlifting relevant again.
Oh Matt! Oh fuck!
I'm all about it.
Since we're kind of on it seems like it's going to be a lighter show. Just I had some
Yeah.
concerns, but now they're kind of out the window because Matt's fucking making crazy arguments. Can we bring up the My Pillow guy? That whole story I was
Yeah.
showing you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so it's a two-parter. It's it's there's a prequel and a sequel. Okay, so stick with me, burning daylighters. So My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell. What do you think of Mike Lindell, buddy?
Um I like Mike Lindell. I kind of like Mike Lindell. The same way I kind of like kooky old Bernie Sanders. Like I don't agree with him on anything, but I kind of like Bernie. You know,
You know what he?
he's he's like a Larry David. I can't help but like him. And
You know?
Mike Lindell is just like ah former crack addict turned billionaire, and now I'm out to save America,
You,
one election machine at a time.
you know what he
Buy a
reminds me
pillow.
of? Who was Jimmy Carter's dumbass brother that always got in trouble all the time? Do you remember? Was it Billy Carter? Like
I think it is Billy Carter.
He's Trump's Billy Carter,
One
except
of
like he
the
disowned him.
uh Yeah, one of the funniest Babylon B headlines of the last year was, and I know I've mentioned it before, but it's so funny because I truly find Mike Lindell comical, and
Yes, he is.
I have not watched much of him, but every time I've watched something with him in, and there's times where he makes some solid points. They're few and far between, but there are times where he makes some solid points. But I still can't take him serious because he is just so comical to me. That is an entertaining man.
So,
And yeah, so
uh,
I don't know. You sent me this, and I was like, Garfield County, Colorado, which is West Slope, Colorado.
oh, hold on. We got to set up the whole Secretary of State thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Okay, so yeah,
I
let's let
sent.
I'll let you take it over.
Okay, so I sent a. There was here. Let's start from the beginning. So the Mesa County clerk. Mesa County is. Oh, where's Mesa County on the western slope, right?
Yeah, that's like Grand Junction, ain't it?
So the Mesa County clerk, Tina Peters, who's a Republican, is about as incompetent as, say, I don't know, maybe slightly below the Biden administration at this point. Um, so apparently, there's an editorial done by the Denver Post. I'll just read it because it'll sum up everything. The saga of Mesa County clerk and recorder Tina Peters dove this week from an obvious case of gross incompetence into the realm of absolutely absurdity. Peters is now in hiding, which she is, from the FBI with Mike Lindell, the CEO of My Pillow, who told Vice News her life was in danger. So basically, she's in trouble. So it started following Peter's career. She took office in 2018. This one got me. When it was reported that 574 ballots from the fall 2019 election had been found months after the election in a Dropbox just outside her office. Peters refused to petition Peters refused to petition a judge to count the ballots and had the gall to blame the mistake on elderly election volunteers.
Well, you know what? Fuck those old people. You know what? Fuck them. They're old and slow.
Oh,
Fuck them.
so 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 the little context: the Grand Junction Daily Sentinel is a, I would say it's a conservative paper because it's in Grand Junction. The Grand Junction Daily Sentinel's editorial board called for Peters to resign in February 2020. So even like Republicans are like, this fucking lady's crazy. So, when she refused, a group of Republicans, Democrats, and independent voters began a process to ask voters to get Peters out of office, but the effort fell about 1,300 signatures short. Uh, During the process, however, it became clear that the clerk and recorder's office was badly mismanaged. The county office had stopped helping local municipalities with their elections despite a long tradition of doing so. Very true. And the Daily Sentinel reported that 80%, oh, this one, 80% of that office's staff had turned over, including high level officials. Yeah, that doesn't tell you, anything's wrong. Um,
Ugh.
Peters, a Republican, held on to her office, and now it appears she may be abused of position, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, she was like tamper. So basically, it's alleged that she had taken voter information and gave it to Mike Lindell, so Mike Lindell could find out if the election was stolen. So
so
that's
so back to this Babylon B
that's
headline. Was this before or after Mike Lindell donned the camel hair coat and went out into the desert to await Trump's return?
I don't. I think it was probably before. So we've painted that Bob Ross of a crazy ass scene with little trees and little my pillows flying in the flutter.
Is it? And so wait. This lady was also Lauren Boebert's campaign manager too, right?
No, what?
I
No,
think so. I think so.
shut. No, you. Okay, the you know
Um,
what the fuck
I
the
believe it
fucking
was,
the
which
simulation
is
is fucking
awesome.
with us. No way. There's no way.
I think so.
Oh
Let me go back to that
oh my god, that is so
that one you sent me. I'm pretty sure that's what it said.
no.
Da-da-da-da-dum.
Are you sure, Matt? That's way too fucking crazy. That's way too fucking crazy.
Um, maybe maybe I read that somewhere else.
uh, sorry.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. So we haven't got to the Lauren Boebert campaign manager yet. We
Okay,
haven't. We're still on the first leg of this story.
so so that beautiful picture of my pillows just fluttering in the wind. The background. You got the background. So
I hear those pillows are really nice though.
I like, especially the ones that have famous biblical scenes, because nothing says a good guy like profiting off of religion with pillows. You know.
You know
So
what? Nothing puts me to sleep like Daniel in the lion's den.
so are you able to put this video up? Because it is so
Yeah.
fucking good.
Text it to me and I'll put it up.
Okay, so it's in your text.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the okay, let me
So let me set it up. If you put it to 7 minutes and 30 seconds, I'll give you the background. So there was a school board meeting. I can't. Oh, Garfield County, and there was this lady. I guess she's a mom, and she's talking about her concerns with masks. They basically they had to wear them to prom. People been neglectful. It sounds like she's got a grudge against the district because her they didn't like the math curriculum, so they pulled them out. But now that on top of that, she's talking about math and just going on and on and on. She gets cut off for like a minute, and they're like trying to fix it, and she's just going and going and going. Has no idea she's been cut off. So at that 7:30 mark, there's a special guest that joins her, and this is a Colorado school board meeting. That's why I talked about the Mike Lindell, the other story about Mike Lindell, because Matt was wondering why the fuck was he in Colorado? Because he's hiding a fugitive from the FBI. So this this video is so fucking good. It's
okay.
he looks like a dad who's coming in when the kid has like a math question, and dad like just comes in like, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Nope, you guys don't know. That's wrong. That's so good.
All right.
Came into our lives, and these fearful policies open. So she just goes on and on about her grievances. Doors to further assaults and abuse on children are hidden behind these masks, and they're leading our kids into a devastating position.
There he
That each
is.
school board member, COVID's task force member, and you, Ms. Grumbly,
Big
will be
Mike.
held liable for.
All right,
You are hurting my
you
child.
have hit your 3 minutes.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
And there's
Sharona, could you please
there's
email
more
us?
science. There's more science.
All right,
There's
Jesse,
more
turn it off.
science than
Turn
you
it
guys
off.
can. There's more science than you guys even know of. The masks, our youth are
He's like
turned to suicide and addiction. I think you're
Mute.
directly
Just hit
related.
mute. There you go.
Just hit mute.
All right, next we're gonna have Tabitha come up, and then following Tabitha,
It's
we will have.
just like she didn't put on the agenda that he was with her. He just swoops in and his pink tie to just poop on the party.
oh man, that's amazing. He's just like, there's more science where that came from.
Have you heard of the pillow science? Let me give you a deal today. Oh my god.
he's like he's like if it was Bill Murray, but like his less successful uh like infomercial brother.
Yeah. He
Except I think Mike Lindell's probably got way more money than Bill Murray. But
you know who he reminds me of? Remember on Saturday Night Live, Chevy Chase was the sleazy salesman, and he would like sell
yeah,
Halloween. He's like the dumber version of that, but not as slick. I want to know how, like, if that guy's making millions, what the fuck are we doing?
billions,
What are we
billions.
doing?
Uh, pulling our puds. That's about it.
Fuck, man. Watching that guy make billions just makes me want to pull my pud so hard.
Oh yeah. So speaking of pulling puds, did you know that the weather was really bad for Southwest Airlines here the last like couple weeks? I mean, it's just been really a real motherfucker for Southwest Airlines.
Oh, we were on Southwest. We luckily we didn't get any of that bad weather, but yes,
Oh
I've heard
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that weather's just been a real sumbitch.
It's must be raining then.
Definitely not a freedom flu. Definitely not a freedom flu. Has nothing to do with vaccine mandates at all. Our their employees love mandates so much they want to mandate the mandates upon themselves. Definitely no problem with the mandates there at Southwest Airlines.
Freedom flu, huh? Is that
Yeah.
is that a trademark, Matt McKinley?
No, I can take no credit for that.
No.
No, I mean I wish because it just sounds patriotic as
It
fuck. But
like does it freedom flu? You know how it's treated with
um,
harbor tea.
oh yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, that's right.
That was a history dad joke for all you
I know.
history buffs out there. Did you catch that, Matt? You catch
I
that?
did. I caught. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yeah. So, um, you know, when you're appointed to be a cabinet member, you know what the first thing you should do?
What?
You should adopt a special needs infant with your gay husband, and then just like take off a couple months in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. That's what you should do.
I'm sorry. Like I'm all for paternity leave, but when you're the guy in a crisis and you're the no, Pete, you are not Joe Schmo. Okay. Like we need you. You're in charge
Yeah,
during a crisis in your sector. Like Pete, no,
right.
you're wrong. Take a week off and get the fuck back to work. Okay.
No,
Sorry.
no, you're a cabinet secretary. You don't get time off. That's part of the job.
Right.
So if you're gonna be adopting a special needs infant, maybe withdraw your name from consideration. You can do that.
You know what I always wondered? Do you ever think the presidents just get sloshed? There's no way they can get hammered at any point because they just always got to be on alert. Right?
Joe Biden is like 6 insurers deep by the time the press conference rolls around. he's ready. They wheel him out there to do his press conferences.
Is it just like is his insurers? Does he do it like the holiday eggnog where you put like some rum? Does he do insured rum? Got it.
Probably. What's because he's from he's Scranton, Pennsylvania boy.
Oh,
What do
there's
they drink over there? Just like Boilermakers with his insurers. He's just like dropping a shot of whiskey with his insure.
yeah, probably. You know, I don't even know anything and every. Yeah, probably Boilermakers.
I like it when Joe Biden gets all feisty. But I really wish he would actually fight somebody. You know, I because Trump's not ever gonna fight any. Like he'll threaten to fight people all the time,
Yeah,
but like Trump's never gonna swing at anybody.
he's like that
I
fat.
feel like Biden might at some point.
I feel like Trump's like that fat kid who talks tough. He's like Eric Cartman.
Yeah,
He talks tough, and then he'll swing, and then Kyle hits him right in the face, and then he yells for mom.
yeah. See. I don't think Trump would ever swing. He would just keep talking. But flashes of the old Trump brilliance, which is just his like super petty remarks about people, particularly after they die.
He is good. Yeah, he is good at that doing that jab on, dancing on that grave.
Let me find that. That's because I took a screenshot just because I was like, that's the fucking Trump I know and love. Like that is like Trump at his all time best. And so this was on an article about Trump's remarks towards Colin Powell.
Oh, what did he say about Colin? Leave Colin alone.
Trump
Leave him alone.
Trump criticized Powell's record on the Iraq War and derided the news media for treating the former Secretary of State so beautifully after his death. Hope that happens to me someday, Trump said.
Did he really say that shit?
Yeah, he made plenty of mistakes, but anyway, may he rest in peace.
Oh, that was nice. That was. I thought it was going in another direction.
He made plenty of mistakes, but anyway, may he rest in peace.
But anyway, I hope he's successful in his endeavors. But anyway,
you should. You honestly should go. Like, make sure to put donaldjtrump.com on your list of places to go, and then like go to the news, and it's like. It's basically his Twitter feed, except he's not allowed on Twitter anymore. But but instead it says statement from Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States of America on every single one of them. And then it's just like a Trump tweet. It's like, John McCain is a loser. It's exactly like what his Twitter feed used to be, except it says statement from Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States of America.
He's like going back to the 1990s. The way you get your message out is to like build your own website.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is he passing out? Is he passing out flyers at the local college so people visit his website?
We didn't even talk about this. He might have to do that because he's starting his own his own social media platform.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Truth platform.
Oh.
And it's like an actual company. So like and he's the head of it, and it's a free speech platform, except you cannot criticize or I forget what exactly the wording was, but basically you can't talk bad about the dear leader.
That's you know why him and Kim Jong-un got along so well, or Kim Jong-il?
No, because they have the same mindset.
That's right. He was like, Kim was like, oh, you know what you should do? You should create your own website, but make sure people don't talk shit on you. That's how they can be on there. That's a terrific idea. Yes, Kim. The dear leader.
I really wish they would allow him back on Twitter so he could just lob bombs from the sidelines, because that is honestly where Donald Trump shines, is where he could just he can control the narrative but not actually control policy or anything.
Right.
He can just drop nukes from Twitter. But they don't actually harm the actual process of government or power. It just makes those in power look bad, and I'm all about that.
I don't even like. Why does he
It's a
want? I
nice
don't
dick shot there.
like that. Yeah.
He framed
Mm.
it nice too. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a sneaky drop, but you know.
Well, I'm like our founding fathers. I'm a framer.
Mm,
Dad joke of the
that was
day.
that was dad joke.
Dad joke of
All
the
up in your
day.
face.
Eat a dick, Matt. But no, he like he doesn't need to be president. He just
No,
doesn't.
I don't think so either.
I feel like people like him better if he's not president. I feel like his popularity will grow if he's not president, and then if he
Yeah,
runs and
because he's
wins, God
fucking
forbid. Oh
hilarious. He is
God,
fucking hilarious.
we're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you, sir.
Well, he doesn't need to be president. Like his
No,
antics on
he
Twitter,
doesn't.
he is the best to ever do Twitter. But we don't need that as from the president. We just don't.
No, we just need somebody to fucking get shit together, okay? My
Yeah.
kids and Matt's kids are depending on it here, folks.
Mm. Yeah. So Pete Buttigieg. Um, yeah. What a dope. What a fucking dope.
Well, I think I've told you to when the kids were born, like it was great to help Katie and all that, but man, it was kind of nice to go back to work. Just, felt bad for Katie, but I don't produce food for them,
Yeah.
so
Well,
but yeah, I can't imagine being off 12 weeks. I would go insane. I would go just nuts.
Well, what I don't get is how do they not have a better statement about like there's a way better way to defend that without making yourself look like such a fucking asshole. Like like it was, and it's pretty easy. Just be like, hey, we thought everything was back on track. Then this Delta variant really caught us off guard, and that plays into your narrative already. And you're like, hey, we're back on the job now, and we're gonna get shit done. Like that. I mean, it would have been just as much bullshit as he told already, but it from strictly a PR standpoint, my approach is way better.
Well, and I've told you, I just imagine, you know why? It's because he hired shitty staff. First and foremost, messaging staff. I can just see, like, I don't know about you. I don't have a lot of hopes for my generation or the generation after us. I think they're just going to be total shitheads. I feel like he's just surrounded with young people who don't know their head from their ass. And they're just, like I said, they're throwing up ideas. Like, oh, yeah, you know what? Let's just pretend we're right all the time. And just play it off. Just play it off. It's Jesus H. Not good.
Yeah. So. But
Oh,
hey,
Matt.
First, first woman admiral.
Oh fuck, man.
So we were talking. It's been when did the Chappelle special come out? It's been what, 2 weeks almost.
2 weeks. I saw it. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Fucking great. And and the story at the end.
Yeah, he so like, man, spoiler alerts or whatever. I don't care. If you haven't seen it and you want to see it, I guess don't listen to the rest of this. But
it's not like a movie. Like there's some other good jokes in there. Don't worry about the story at the end, the heartfelt story at the end.
Dave Chappelle is such a good fucking comedian because he can get real preachy at times, and I'll still laugh my ass, my ass off. And he was real preachy in this one. It was one of his preachier specials, but it was still funny as fuck. God damn it, that guy's good.
I feel he apparently has been hammered, and I think that was just pissing him off, and he was just
then his friend, transgender lady, killed herself because she stood out from the heat that she got for standing up for Chappelle.
And so like he had explained that what was he was at a show or he met her. He
Yeah,
met her somewhere and
because she
she
would
had
always come to his shows.
yeah, and
And
she had asked to open for him and she did and I guess she like bombed.
oh,
And
he went off about how bad she was too.
and but like he would do his jokes and she would laugh at the jokes that pertain to her, the
Yeah.
transgender jokes, stuff like that. And she opened and bombed. And of course he comes out and he does a back and forth with her and she becomes the star of the show. Like her being in the audience was perfect. Her not in front by herself wasn't. So like they
Yeah.
become friends. They become friends and she hangs out with all the comedians and they laugh and laugh and laugh. And like long story short, like Matt said, she killed herself because she defended Dave for the stuff he said about, his on his comedy stuff and she fucking killed herself.
Yeah, because she got so much backlash from the trans community. And just like
And wasn't her point it was just comedy?
yeah, they're just fucking jokes.
Yeah. So
they're
that
just jokes.
and I guess so this is where it gets murky. I haven't been following. Apparently the Netflix president or CEO had like a very strong reaction to them, bashing Dave Chappelle, and then he backed off of that and said I was too passionate in what I said, blah blah blah. But it's still on Netflix. It would be a shame if it got censored. Like, just the. I hate to sound like Randy Marsh. This is America. Thought this was America.
Right, and at the end of the day, like that thing apparently has just gone like off the charts viral. That Dave Chappelle special. So that's money for Netflix. So they can do all the mealy mouth bullshit they want, but at the end of the day, if it's driving that much traffic, they're not going to pull it.
And I'm sorry, you're right that Dave Chappelle is one of the best stand-up comedians ever, and this special is fucking hilarious. It's funny. Mm-hmm. It's fucking funny. I'm sorry.
He's one of the best of all time. Like, and he even said it. That's what I. That's how he's good, or he knows he's good, because he's like, some might say I'm the GOAT, and just like threw that out there, just all matter of factly, because he might be. He's definitely in that conversation.
I wish when he made that comment, I wish he would have followed up with, "Yeah, fuck Tom Brady."
Yeah, that would have been pretty awesome.
That would have been pretty good.
He's I love that he dedicated it to Norm. I was like, fuck yeah,
know.
Dave. That's awesome.
Fucking Norm. Gosh damn it, I forgot he died until you brought it up. Thanks, Matt. Fucking A.
I've been on I go on a rabbit hole of Norm YouTube clips every now and then. Just
oh my god, I know.
Guy is so funny.
Let me guess,
he
95.
So much shit.
95% of those clips include a OJ joke.
Oh yeah, OJ joke or the moth. Every time I hear the moth joke, that one's so funny.
That is still
it's so dumb, so fucking funny.
I was attracted by the light.
Oh, yeah, and well, I really liked his appearances on Conan because Conan would play into it pretty well, and that guy was one of a kind.
His fucking grin the whole time.
No, I know.
That would have got me every time.
He would just bomb harder and harder, but he'd be the only one laughing, and that there's something to that. But yeah, so apparently there was like protests and counter protests at the Netflix offices today.
Oh, counter protests, huh?
Yeah. Apparently a counter protester who was holding a sign that said "We like Dave" got beat up, got his sign torn up, and then I mean, maybe not beat up, but like harassed by the anti Dave Chappelle protesters. Like, I really want to have a sit down with this Korean fucker that is controlling this simulation. And I want to pick his brain because this particular one is hilarious, where you have protests and counter protests over Dave Chappelle's latest comedy special. That is some good fucking writing.
You know what? Maybe you know who the simulation is. It's not a Korean kid. It's the real Norm Macdonald. It's the real one.
Norm
He made
Macdonald is a science squanch.
yes, he
God
is.
damn it.
It's like when you play Madden. It's like when you play Madden and you make yourself a character in the game, except
Yeah.
you put yourself as 99s. Like Norm was
Yeah.
the 99. He's the Michael Vick of the simulation. He's the Michael Vick.
Well, see, now that I got to rethink this whole science squanch thing, because I was pretty sure we could not trust him. But if Norm was a science squanch, fuck, we may. Damn it, Aaron! I'm gonna have to rethink this whole situation.
You know what? That's why I'm here. I challenge your thoughts. I challenge your morals. Yeah, you're welcome.
Well,
Are you questioning your existence yet? Because if not, I'm not doing my job.
So, I guess back to the lady on the did I tell you the lady that was on the video with Mike Lindell at the school board?
Mm-hmm.
She was Lauren Boebert's campaign manager.
Oh, that makes total sense. Because it was weird because she said she was a parent and she left the school district because so one child is still in the district. The other one is not there because she didn't like the math curriculum. And then she went off on a very scripted statement that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, she didn't sound like a regular mom voicing concerns. She sounded like a politician.
And I couldn't figure out why Mike Lindell would be in her. Like, I knew she was a consult or an operative, but that makes sense now.
Yeah, she was Lauren Boebert's campaign manager, according to that article that you sent me. So,
well, good thing you're paying attention.
Lauren Boebert, I do not believe is a science squanch. I believe she is just that, just that dumb. Marjorie Taylor Greene, though, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure that's a science squanch.
So, what makes them a science squanch? What qualities?
Well, they're an advanced civilization of sand squanches. Yeah.
Okay. Who else would be in that category? Just so I can grasp what a science squanch actually is.
Well, as we've covered before, Anthony Fauci.
Okay.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, Osama bin Laden. Yeah, think about it. He was real tall. He was real hairy. We were having a hard time finding him. You know, like everybody supposedly saw Osama bin Laden. Was he there? I don't know. Is he up in Idaho? I don't know. We got some real grainy video footage of him once or twice. Everybody says that was Osama.
Okay, is Adam Schiff a science squanch too?
No, he's just a piece of shit. He's just a big turd.
You know what he looks like? There was this meme. Have you watched SpongeBob lately?
No, I haven't watched SpongeBob.
So there's
this
standard fish that's in a crowd, and he looks exactly. I'll send you over the picture, and then you can show the folks. But it's fucking dead on.
Of the Adam Schiff.
Yes, with the fish.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, he's just like a sourpuss fish. Yeah.
Yes.
He looks exactly like Adam Schiff.
He's fish in the crowd.
Oh, so speaking of Adam Schiff, what he was one of the prosecutors for the impeachment 2.0, right?
He was one of the. I think he was one of the. I think he was the main case manager.
Okay. And also on that panel was Jamie Raskin from Maryland, who when he first started talking, I wanted to like him, and then when he like got into the so-called evidence, I was like, oh fuck this guy.
I don't
He's
remember him.
anyway. He was on a committee with Matt Gaetz today, and you said you had
Oh,
something you wanted to
fucking Matt
talk about
Gaetz.
with Matt Gaetz.
So Matt Gaetz, his questioning was along the lines that there are prosecutors at is DOJ, Garland's the head of the DOJ. There's prosecutors that were former political operatives or lobbyists, and he said that they couldn't be in those positions because they're partisan. But it's fucking hilarious, and I guarantee Matt Gaetz is taking advantage of this, that every position underneath these politicians are technically political operatives and lobbyists. So he basically wanted to ban them from working for the DOJ because they were political operatives, which is fucking like, then you need to include you in that, Mr. Matt Gaetz, because apparently since you served as a member of the House, member of Congress, you basically can't have any position because you have an R next to your name. Like, it was just fucking hip. He didn't think through his argument. You know, like, so anybody ever in politics can never ever, have a government job ever. Like me, apparently I can't have a position in government because I used to be a political operative, because apparently I can't put my political preferences aside and just do my goddamn job.
Well, I would probably create some sort of committee against you being appointed somewhere. But that's just out of spite. Mostly.
Totally different reason. You piece of shit.
No, I don't know if anyone else has ever made the point. So like, I don't know if I'm not trying to take credit where it's not due, but the word bad actor in Washington is such a good double entendre, because they're a bad actor, meaning they're not acting in the best interests of the country, of their constituents, and also the fact that they're participating in political theater, and the theater is fucking god awful because they're bad actors. God damn it, I hate these people so much.
Here, let's play a game. So if Matt Gaetz was a Hollywood actor, who would he be, and what would be the movie he's in?
Oh, Matt Gaetz would be in one of those teen movies. He'd be like the douchebag kid on Grown Ups. Was it Grown Ups or Grown Ups 2, when they're in the feud with like the bunch of the frat boys.
Grown Ups 2.
All right, so he'd be like the leader, the leader of the young punks. That would be Matt Gaetz.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
I'm quite proud of that. The hair is basically the same too.
The hair is the same. You know what? Matt Gaetz, to me, he seems like a Dolph Lundgren. And Dolph's had some good movies, but he's like Dolph Lundgren in after the 2000s, where he's just making shitty sci-fi movies. And not in physique, but actual acting talent.
Banging teenagers too.
Right. Yeah, just it's like,
allegedly.
It's like Dolph Lundgren's like, I'll be in this movie if there's a hot 20-year-old who's my co-star. Yep, Matt Gaetz. Boom.
Right. Yeah. We'll have to let the audience decide that one, if we have any audience.
Dear audience, if you're listening, or even comment when Matt puts up a picture, if you have a politician, tell us what actor they would be and what movie they'd be in.
Okay, so let's. This is a good game. We should play this every week.
We should.
Um, all right, so let's go. Let's go with like some of the big power brokers.
So
Chuck
I got
Schumer.
Chuck
Who
Schumer.
who would Chuck Schumer be?
He would be Woody Allen in any movie because he's just creepy.
That's pretty good. He's also kind of Chuck Schumer. I was gonna say he's kind of a Fredo from The Godfather, where like he's just like nobody ever really pay. Like I mean, he's high up, but does anybody think that Chuck Schumer's really in
No.
power?
And is Pelosi the incompetent Michael Corleone?
Yeah, she might be.
She might be.
Might she might be.
'Cause
Uh,
I could definitely see her taking out Schumer just for integrity reasons because her power was threatened.
integrity,
Integrity.
integrity farms.
Oh,
um, who would Donald Trump be?
oh
That's the
fuck.
question.
Okay, can we expand it to stand-up specials?
Okay,
I got to go back to the comparison. He's Andrew Dice Clay. If did Andrew Dice Clay have a really shitty movie?
I don't know if he did or not.
Oh no, I've used Andrew Dice Clay. That no. So
That's
he would.
that's that's pretty good though.
That is.
That's pretty good. That's
Oh,
pretty good. I want to say that there's no one quite like Trump though. Like I don't know if you can compare him to anybody because he's a unique creature.
he's
He is unique.
he's the extra crispy Cheeto. That's for sure.
Let's see. So
Is
we Adam Schiff we know is the fish from SpongeBob. Uh, Bernie Sanders is obviously Larry David.
he's got to be Larry David. There's no
Gotta be.
other. He's like a non-funny Larry David.
Right. Oh, Tom Cotton. Who would Tom Cotton? No. Even better. Even better. Adam
Yes.
Kinzinger. Who is Adam Kinzinger?
Let's see, Adam. I don't know. Who's that guy? Where's he from?
Adam Kinzinger's from Illinois. He was like he's a younger type guy, veteran, officer corps veteran.
I don't know
And
much about him.
well, he's since the election has turned like really anti-Trump. He's like well, him and Liz Cheney are two of the only Republicans on the January 6th
Oh,
commission.
he's the other one. Was
He
he
was
the
the one that
one?
was crying. Yeah. So I'm gonna say Adam Kinzinger is Upham from Saving Private Ryan, just crying like a bitch, climbing up the stairs, watching your boy get murdered.
But do you see him redeeming himself a little bit, like in
Adam
Saving
Kinzinger?
Private?
No,
No.
no,
So
no.
he's
That guy's a giant turd.
he's basically Upham prior to finding that guy and shooting him. That's what he like. That didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
No, like
Got it.
Upham crying on the stairs. That's what Adam Kinzinger is. Yeah, fuck that guy. That it's funny is how he was not all that anti-Trump until the election results kind of came in, and then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, fuck that Trump guy.
So he's a fucking hack.
He's a fucking coward. And now he's he's trying to play like the Maverick. He's trying to play that John McCain role.
Uh-oh.
Fuck off, guy.
He can't be Maverick. He's the goose.
Yeah, he's fuck that guy. And he's also one of those like military officers that never never saw any combat, but he'll use veteran to get elected like a son of a bitch, you know.
It's like when we talked about those people who used to be JAG officers. And
Yep,
yes, the world
exactly.
the world needs lawyers, and the world needs lawyers in the military. But let's not act like you are knocking on doors in Afghanistan.
Right. Pete Buttigieg is another good example of that. Um,
What was
but
he?
yeah, he was naval intelligence, but he went outside the wire a couple times in Afghanistan, so he uses that quite a bit in his his whole repertoire.
Oh, does he? I bet he
No,
does.
yeah, yeah. So that they're all it's all yeah hacks. Fuck them. Politicians. What a slimy bunch. All of them. God damn.
I feel like Pete Buttigieg would be Tom Hanks in any shitty Tom Hanks movie. You know, he's like Tom Hanks in Joe versus the volcano.
Yeah. I mean, because he's definitely not Tom Hanks in Turner and Hooch. I mean, no, not a chance. You can't give him that one.
I don't think
Uh,
Buttigieg is a dog guy. I don't get that vibe
no,
from him.
no, he's definitely an indoor cat guy.
Indoor cat. Yep.
Indoor cat. Mitch McConnell. Who is Mitch McConnell?
I got one.
I just gotta go to Dana Carvey in The Master of Disguise. That's the only one I can go to.
Oh, when he's the turtle.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
that's all. That's all I can. Like, I'm sure if I really thought about it, you could find some character in a movie that would really represent. No, no, it's got to be Dana Carvey in the Master of Disguise. That's got to be who Mitch McConnell
I,
is.
I feel like Mitch McConnell is Raphael in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but not an angry, like not a very aggressive Raphael, but the just a very calm Raphael. He doesn't
Maybe.
he, like he's just such a dick. You see, instead of like Raphael fights to get his anger out, Mitch McConnell just makes snide little comments. That's
Yeah.
his outlet.
Uh, you know who Lindsey Graham would be?
I'm laughing already. Where's he? Where's
Andy
he going?
Dick. Andy Dick.
I thought you were gonna say he wouldn't be a character, but if there was ever a movie to describe who he is, it'd be the Ladybugs.
The definitely would be the Ladybugs. Lindsey Graham is Andy Dick. That's I would buy that. If Andy Dick played in the biopic of Lindsey Graham, I would buy that.
Oh, fucking Lindsey Graham. Oh, who else?
Nancy Pelosi's got to be the mom from Arrested Development.
Oh,
Gotta
yeah,
be.
or Mallory Archer.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Oh, fuck, man. This is a fun game.
What else did we have going on today? I think we covered everything, didn't we?
Yeah, the only thing was the supply chain shit. And they're saying that the economy is so good now that demand's so up, and that's why you have inflation. Not
right. It wasn't the $6 trillion that we pumped into the economy last year,
or the lack of a workforce because And some of these people do need it, but like we're getting $400 a month right now.
Yeah.
Like my family is. We don't need it.
Right. It's fucking stupid. I'm gonna take a leak, but let's come back to that and we'll do some sports for the Patreon.
All right.
All right. Move your ass. We're burning daylight.